How's it going, everyone? Welcome back to another Star Wars Battlefront 2 video. Now, in today's video, I would like to sort of go over the General Grievous update, go over the different star cards we got, and go over General Grievous himself. Now, it has been a long time since we've had a hero added to the game. It's been since last December. And then they announced General Grievous in the summertime, and then yesterday morning, EA released their video where they sort of go over his abilities and they showed off his gameplay and stuff. And I was pretty hyped. I watched it. I thought it was awesome. I told a lot of you subscribers. I commented on the video, said it looked cool. Yeah, I was pretty stoked. Like, I wasn't that excited to begin with, and then I watched that video and I was pretty excited. But then I played with General Grievous for the first time, and he is a broken disaster. He is one of the worst. No, he is the worst. He is the worst hero in the game. And that's not, I mean, I'm not exaggerating in the slightest. He is bad. I can't believe that after 1 year since the game has come out, it came out last November, it was like November 15th or 17th or something, they've had all this time to develop this hero. All this time. And when they release him, he's broken. He just hit his thrust surge. It doesn't work. Some people said, oh, it's got to lock on before it can do anything. No, it doesn't work. It doesn't matter if, like, there's this little meter where, like, it turns blue or whatever, and then it's locked on, and then it's supposed to do damage to them. No. It only works, like, I don't know, 10% of the time. And then if you do hit them, it either does like 50 damage or it can do like 10 damage. It's god-awful. It's horrible. It's just, it puts you susceptible to damage, and it's just a waste of time. So don't ever use that ability. And then as for the middle ability is supposed to block all incoming damage and like reflect it back at the enemies. This ability is also garbage. It just doesn't work as intended. I don't think it deflects anything, and it can be broken like really easily. Like, you're sitting here spinning your two lightsabers really, really fast, and then Rey can break through it, Luke can break through it, Yoda can break through it. Basically, any other hero that has like a rush ability will just break right through the thing. So, and then if anyone gets behind you, you're just toast. So say you go up against Luke or somebody, it's just a 1v1 situation. You're up against Luke. Just do not use that ability, because he'll just rush, he'll break through it, he'll stun lock you, and then he'll be behind you, and then you're just insta-kill. Like, Grievous is so slow, and his stamina is so little. Like, you swing like 2 or 3 times and you're already out of stamina. You can barely block. You can block for like 2 seconds, and then you're out of stamina. And then his abilities glitch. Like, say you're doing your little crawl run. Crawl run is the best ability, by the way. Like, you can, it's easily, it's good for making escapes, and it's good in combination with his like lightsaber swings. Like, you can run into somebody, and then as they get knocked down, you just hit them, sort of like a double tap. So that's good, but it'll glitch out. Like, say you're doing your claw run and somebody force pushes you, you'll go out of your running animation, but the ability is still active. So you're running around, but you can't swing your lightsabers, and you can't like escape, because the game still thinks that that ability is still going on, and even though it's not. So you have to wait a few seconds until the game thinks that the ability is over. So that's bugged. And then he's just so slow. Like, he can't turn very quickly. So say you're swinging, and then somebody gets behind you, somebody really fast, like Yoda. Like, he's in front of you, you swing, you miss, he's right behind you because he dashed. Like, by the time you turn around, he's already behind you again, and then you're getting tore up, and there's nothing you can do. So he is just horrible. He's so bad. Like, I was in a 1v1 situation against Han Solo in Galactic Assault. He had half health. There was no one else near us. It was just me and him. He had at least half health. And I lost. I had full health. And I have blue star cards on him. And I swung, and he just rolled backwards. And then I swung again, and he rolled backwards. And I swung again, and he rolled backwards. And he can shoot me this entire time. And here I am just swinging and missing because he's so slow. At least, like, I'm going to compare him to Vader. Vader is slow and clunky, but he can at least reach with his swings and get somebody that's rolling around like that. If somebody's using the spam roll against Grievous, you're just toast. Same goes with like regular infantry. I've had many 1v1 instances with infantry where I'm fearing for my life. Like, it could just be me versus a sniper, and I'm afraid that I'm going to die as General Grievous versus a freaking specialist class just because of him rolling around constantly. It's really unbalanced, and it's just not fun. Like, you wait all this time to finally get to play as General Grievous, and he's just a disappointment because his abilities are broken, and he's just not designed very well. It feels like he's unfinished. I mean, that's just him as himself. That's not taking into consideration all of, like, how bad this broke the game. Like, it's very unbalanced. I've noticed, like, when I'm in a Galactic Assault match, tons of people back out, like, in between rounds, like, when they're not playing as the bad guys or the Empire or the droids or whatever. Because so many people want to play as Grievous, people will back out trying to get on the other team, and then you're stuck, like, switching lobby to lobby and matchmaking. So, for example, I played as the clones 3 times in a row because not enough people would stay in the lobby. And then say you do get on the droids team, sometimes that's really unbalanced too because you have so many people that aren't playing. They're just in the pause menu constantly tapping the A button to become Grievous. You have like 5 or 6, maybe 7 people all tapping the A button because they want to play as the only new hero that we got. Now, I called it. I said that this was going to be a problem forever ago, and everyone's like, no, it'll be okay. It's just Grievous. We're all excited for him. It won't be that big of a problem, and it's a huge problem. Like, same thing goes for Heroes versus Villains. A lot of people want to play Heroes versus Villains because they think they're going to get the chance to play with him. Well, if somebody has a PlayStation 4 Pro or an Xbox One X, those people will load into the game faster. And if they're in the game faster, they will pick him every single time before you have a chance. So you spawn in, oh, you don't get Grievous, so you play through the round. Then you have to play the next match as the good guys. Then you have to play the next match hoping you can be Grievous. But guess what? The guy with the PlayStation Pro, he spawned in before you did because you have a regular PlayStation. So you just wasted all your time. You still don't get to play as Grievous. So the only chance that you really have is to hope that you get him in Galactic Assault, but his abilities are so glitched that you get him and you die almost instantly. Like, the highest kill streak I have is like 37 or 38, something like that, and you just have to run into the battle, hit people, and then run away. That's like the only prayer you have because his abilities don't work the way that they're supposed to. I mean, I know that they're supposed to be looking into it. I think Ben already said that they're looking into fixing their abilities. But this shouldn't be the case. We shouldn't have to wait for him to get fixed. He just came out. They had a year to make the dude. Why is he broken at launch? Do they not play test? Did they just run in on easy mode on arcade, use his abilities, and are like, yeah, he killed the bots, and then let's throw him out to the public? Like, what do they do at their DICE office? Like, they supposedly got all these extra developers coming over from Battlefield. Did none of them, like, work on Grievous? Like, what are they doing over there? And I see so many people defending this, like, oh, I'm so grateful for Grievous, glad he's in the game. He doesn't work! Why are you grateful that he's here if he doesn't work? That's like me, I've used this analogy on my stream. It's like somebody gives you a car, and then you're grateful for the car. But then you find out that the car doesn't work. The gas pedal doesn't do anything. The brakes go out. The freaking windshield wipers turn on your headlights. Nothing in the car works the way that it's supposed to. Are you supposed to be grateful for this free car because even though it doesn't work? It doesn't make any sense. I don't understand why people are so grateful for the developers to bring us something that's broken. I don't get it. Like, there's 2 parts of this community. There's like the hardcore Star Wars fans that want a good Star Wars game desperately, and they know that they're getting gypped off. And then there's the other side of the community that will blindly follow anything that EA and DICE do, and they're like, oh, this game's great, blah, 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 and they don't realize that how screwed they're getting. Like, it should not be common practice for a video game to have an update and it break more of the game than before the update. Like, if you go to Heroes vs. Villains right now, the cursor's broken. If you just play regular matches of, like, Galactic Assault, then there's, like, a bug that comes up every time you complete a challenge or something. Like, it says, challenge completed, and then nothing happens. It's like a blank yellow screen, and When you go to the menu, it still has that glitch where it says you earn like 500 credits over and over and over again. Like, there's still so many bugs. It's ridiculous. It's stupid. It's broken. This should not be common practice for there to be an update and then we just hope that the next update it will fix the problems that the current update has. Like, when are we supposed to get a fix for the new hero? 2 weeks from now? A month from now when Obi-Wan comes out? Like, can we fully enjoy Grievous when Obi-Wan comes out? It's just frustrating. It's just frustrating. Like, I want a good Star Wars game. This was the hope. Like, the hope was that with all this new content, that they were finally going to get the game right because they have these developers coming back. There's new content. They've had all this time. They took months off so they could just develop. We haven't gotten any significant content in forever. So you would think that he would release perfectly fine, but of course he doesn't. But at least the hero star cards are good. I give credit where credit is due. I've always done that with you guys. I've been completely straightforward, down the middle. I'm honest about this game. Grievous is horrible, but the star cards that they've added are a pretty significant change. Those are good. Those are good things. Excluding Chewbacca's health star card, it's pretty horrible, and Phasma's, because you have to get ground slam kills and you have to get sword staff kills or whatever it is. And that's like impossible to do. Like, if you're going out with your Phasma stick or staff or whatever it's called, you're going to die. It's not worth the 10 points of health you're going to get if you kill somebody. Same with Chewie's ground slam. The ground slam leaves you susceptible to so much damage. It's just not worth the risk to take it to get that few points of health. But for heroes like Han, it really makes Han a lot better because Han can't really take hits. Same with Boba. I mean, Boba Fett isn't the greatest anymore since they nerfed him all to hell with his rockets, but it makes a slight difference. Like, Boba Fett's not amazing. He still sucks with his jetpack, and it can still glitch, obviously, and turn completely off, and he can still get knocked out of the sky from everything. But at least he can somewhat last a little bit longer and gets a little bit of extra health if you're smart with him. And then you have, like, Darth Maul and Kylo Ren. Like, they desperately needed those star cards. Well, not so much Darth Maul. Darth Maul was a badass to begin with, but I think Darth Maul is the MVP of this whole update because he could regenerate so much health without a star card. And now that you give him a health, like a healing star card, he's just a beast. Like, I was running around with him and I just didn't care because I knew I would regenerate all my health. Like, you can go in, kill like 5 or 6 people, take a lot of damage, run away, and you'll have all your health back. Like, he's awesome. He's almost invincible. He's so good if you're smart with him. And the same kind of goes with Kylo. Kylo, I always thought he needed a healing star card. And I mean, he's pretty good now. Like, he's actually fun to use because if you use his frenzy, that's kind of a gamble because you're stuck in that animation. Well, now it pays off. If you actually get a kill, you get some health from it. And it's a good change to the game. So the health star cards was the plus. Like, that is the takeaway from this update. Like, it's sad because the best part of the Grievous update is the health star cards for all the other heroes. But I don't know. I guess all we can do at this point is hope that they fix him. Like, I'm going to do a full-on review of Grievous after I get all the star cards upgraded and I test them out for you guys. I want to see which star cards are best in which situations and stuff. But, I mean, right now I have, like, almost all blue star cards and I've been testing him. It doesn't make that much of a difference, to be honest. Like, I thought maybe he would be a lot better if I upgraded his star cards. But his abilities are so bugged that the star cards don't do anything. Like, it's nice to get a little bit extra health. If I use the middle ability, then I'm still going to get wrecked because I'm so susceptible to damage. But overall, the main point of the update was Grievous, and he disappointed. So hopefully, I know as often as they throw out these hot fixes, they're like every 2 weeks and they call it a hot fix. So if they do it any sooner than 2 weeks, I would be extremely impressed. And I would be grateful. That's what they should do. It should come out ASAP. You would think they want Grievous to be fixed as soon as possible. So hopefully they fixed him before 2 weeks. Worst case scenario, it takes till Obi-Wan before we can actually have a good General Grievous. But yeah, that's basically a summary of the General Grievous update. What do you guys think of him down below? Let me know down in the comments. Leave a like if you enjoyed the video, and be sure to subscribe if you're new here. And that's going to do it for me, and I'll talk to you guys in the next video.
We would be honored if you would join us. You cannot resist